Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today is Sunday. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever made a video at this time on a Sunday. I don't know if I've ever made a video. I don't make very many videos at night. I usually do them, right after I've done my makeup in the morning. And so, but I was thinking, John and the kids just went to the grocery store. That's like their thing. And then of course, when they come in, I put everything up. So I was just vacuuming my room, and I wanted to share with you my vacuum cleaner because I bought that vacuum cleaner when I was sewing. A friend of mine had one and she kept going on and on. It's the Oreck XL21. And then I can't remember if I was watching a talk show or something. I heard someone else talk about how much they loved it, and it was an expensive vacuum cleaner. But at the time, I had all the Dyson, the Hoover, all the ones that had like the container that you had to take out. I mean, that was when, you being able to see what you're picking up was real popular. So, and I hated those kinds. I hated having to empty them. I hated having to take a brush, and I can't remember if it was the Hoover or which one it was, had a filter that you had to brush off, and it was like if the wind was blowing the wrong way, it got everywhere. And Brooke was little at the time, and I remember she would cry the whole time I went outside to clean that off. Anyway, she's always been a stinker. And so I was vacuuming, and I thought, well, I'm going to show them my vacuum cleaner. I don't know if that's ever been done on YouTube in a beauty video, and then also I was thinking today I used the Marc Jacobs beige golden instead of just plain beige, and I did it like Emily said. I actually shook it up. She told me to shake it up really well to mix up the pigments. And then I put some on the back of my hand, and she said to just rub it and kind of warm it up and then apply it with your beauty blender. And I don't know if I've ever applied this Marc Jacobs foundation with anything other than the brush that it came with, which I like and I think is wonderful. But it is a different foundation when you do it that way. It's silkier, and it's not as powdery is what I want to say. I don't know if anybody that's tried that foundation has thought about how it was almost like a powdery cream, but when you do it that way and you warm it up, it really does. And this literally is the foundation I've had on since I probably got dressed and ready to go probably about 11 or so this morning. It's 6:22 now, and I haven't touched up. The only thing I've done is use my Blotterazzi, this beauty blender blotting thing, which I love this thing. I've shown you guys this before, but all you do is like this, and I probably need to, but I haven't washed it yet. And all you do is wash it with, I guess, that same beauty blender cleanser. So love this. And wanted to show you, for those of you that are like me, you're in between the beige and the beige golden. I will say, when I first put it on, I thought it's just too dark. It's too dark. It's not going to work. But what it was is all I set it with was, and the only reason I even set it is because I felt like everything else would go on better as far as my bronzer and stuff like that. But I set it with the Tarte powder. I used to have the little one up here. I took it away. And I didn't have to use anything like the Chanel other powder to darken it up, the Healthy Glow, or I didn't have to use Laura Mercier. It's kind of like it, as I put it on, was the color it needed to be. So I just wanted to share that with you because on Mondays I never get to make a video. It just seems like once school starts and everything, sometimes it's hard for me to make a video, and I wanted to go ahead and tell you about that. And then I'm wearing a pair of sweatpants, or leggings, leggings that I bought this week, and I bought them from Urban Outfitters, I believe, and I love them. And I didn't show them to you, one, because they were downstairs and I somewhat forgot, but then when I saw them, I thought, I'll show them to you, show them to them whenever, whenever I think about it. But they are the just classic, let's see, it's on the other leg, classic Adidas leggings. And I saw these last year on a lot of people, like on the blogs and stuff. And I am a sucker for like the black with the athletic stripe. I love that look. But you guys know I'm not really into tennis shoes or sneakers, whatever you call them. The only time I ever wear those is when I'm going to walk the loop, and I'm getting ready to start doing that. As soon as it cools down just a little bit more, I'm gonna go start walking. And so, which, you know what, that reminds me, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this now. It's something that it's been on my mind, and I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. Nothing really important, but you know, when I did that squat challenge this summer, my friend Danielle on here posted a squat challenge on her Instagram, and I had seen some other people do it. I believe I saw, the first person I ever saw and really thought, I want to do that, was Janet. Salty hair, ocean air, salty hair. So I saw Danielle do it. I thought, okay, I'm going to do it. And so I ended up doing it with her, and Yvette was doing it, and just saw, you know, great results. Especially, this is the weirdest thing, I saw the best results in my calves. My calves were getting so toned, and I could really tell that when I was working out or doing the squats that I must be really working my calves and my lower legs too, because I was getting the worst cramps in my feet. I mean, I've always gotten, you know, every once in a while, you know, where your toes will go down and you'll get that kind of cramp. But I'm talking like right one day, it was one night when I was doing my room, Brooke and I were in Home Goods, and my feet started cramping up, and I can't remember what shoes I had on. I think I just had on flip-flops, and I had to leave. I mean, my feet just cramped so hard. And then another night, I think when John and I were coming home from Raleigh, my feet cramped up, and it was the first time they've ever just really, my toes cramped up like this. Like it wasn't that they just went down, it's like they cramped up like that, and I literally had to take my hands. It hurt so bad. Anyway, so that is a negative of these squats. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I'm sure you guys probably have some ideas. I started, you know, ate half a banana today, started eating bananas and stuff like that to try to help. And so let me back up. So I did the first squat challenge, and I think it ended right about the time that we were staying down at the beach in the beginning of the summer. So I kind of, you know, faded out because I just felt ridiculous, and we're all in that one room, and, you know, be getting up doing 100 squats. I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't a thing to do down there, and I was on vacation. So when I got back, I ended up finding a squat challenge app for my phone, because I was forever asking Danielle and Yvette, what day are we on? Because I did realize when it tells you to skip a day, you need to skip a day because your body needs that rest. So the second time I did it, I found an app, and it would tell you, you know, like 45 squats, and then you would push that button, and it would, you know, then the next day you would know where you were and know if you should rest and everything. And this is my final conclusion on the squat challenge for me, because I've had several people ask, and I'm a little late, I know. I think, yes, it works. And let me see if I can find a picture for you that sums up how I feel about it. Hold on. I saw this on, I think, Tamara Judge from Housewives of OC on her thing, and it says there are two types of females in the world. And hers says, this one doesn't say that. I wish it did. Does it say? See if it says it on another one. There's some funny ones. You'll have to look up squat body versus cardio body. But that's what it was. It was the squat body. It says there's two types of women. And then that's, of course, that's the cardio, and then that's the squat. Okay, I didn't realize I really like a cardio body better. It built up my butt. I told John, I said, I feel like I got a donkey booty, like they talked about on Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, it really did build up my butt, which I feel like my butt is big enough already. And I felt like it built up my thighs a little bit, which I know that that's a good thing because you want to firm it up. But it just, I think I am happier with a cardio body. And since I haven't been doing any of the squats in the last month, even John has noticed, I think last night he said, your legs look thinner. And I don't feel like I'm still back to, you know, my original, you know, I think I've still got some of the toneness left from the cardio or the squats, but I plan on, I'm gonna come full circle, I plan on getting back to my walking. I think all in all, I have worked out with trainers at the gym. I've done the squats with my favorite was the squats with the bar that was on the machine that kind of stayed in place, because then that kept your form. And matter of fact, I've even done squats with like a broom handle or something like that to, you know, behind me to keep my form. And I do think that they're good. I think it's great cardio, but I think all in all, I prefer, my favorite exercise in the world is just walking. When I walk, I feel like it tones up my, pretty much my whole body, especially even my stomach, because I guess of the muscles, and my arms. I noticed the other day, yesterday, when I did that video with my Sita Couture dress on, that my arms are not as toned as they used to be, and I kind of miss that. But it had gotten to the point where my arms were just getting almost too toned, and I think it's because I don't know, I don't have a lot of body fat on my arms anyway, and I've got plenty of like old skin, but I didn't like that look of just, it seemed like every time I took a selfie or something, I just looked so muscular. And one night I was laying down in Will's bed with him. He was watching TV, and I just happened to be doing my Instagram, and he looked over and said, "You look muscular." And I was like, oh gosh, I mean, and it's not that I don't want to look muscular, but I knew what he meant. I mean, all the muscles through here, and that's just not, I always wanted just like a Victoria's Secret body. I just want to look, you know, soft, and I just think of women like, I don't know, I think other women, if you want to look muscular, that's fine. Everybody has an idea of what they like. But for me, I'm going to stick with the walking, but I do think I'm going to pick up my hand weights again. I've always loved doing a 5 pound, I've got 5 pound weights and a 10 pound weight set of weights. And I was thinking about even bringing them up here, because my favorite thing to do is just while I'm watching TV, grab them and do 3 sets of 15 each night. And that has always been, since I was in my 20s, that's what I've done. So there's my little 2 cents worth on that. And another thing I thought I would show you is, I would show you these pants. They weren't really expensive. I think they were $35 or something like that. But I wore them today with my Rag & Bone Newberry booties, which these are the best boots on the planet. No matter what black boots I get, these are my favorites. And I'm thinking about maybe getting the suede ones, just because I wear these so much. They're just good, basic, phenomenal boots. And this leather is kind of like my leather jacket, my new one, my Anine Bing. It's kind of got that little bit of, you know, weathered kind of rumply look. I love them. And so I'm going to do a quick outfit of the day, show you my Oreck, and then let you go. So here is my outfit, and ideally I think it would have looked better if I had on my big, like either one of my, like my Obey leather jacket, like a real big kind of you know, oversized leather jacket, or even one of my jean jackets with the fringe or something, and that would have been even better. But it was warm today, so I just wore this. And you guys, a lot of you got these shirts. These are my favorite shirts from last year. They're from Oliver, and she still has them. And I've got one on my mind, another color that I want to get, so I'll probably get that next week. But anyway, it's the Michael Lauren Alec shirts. And so these are the Adidas. What am I trying to say? I'm losing my words. These are the Adidas Leggings. And they feel so good. They're not too tight. I got the mediums, and I love them. And I love the way they look with these boots. Now, I was thinking maybe I should do a video on confidence because I know that a lot of people are not going to like this. They would have worn their tennis shoes. But I've even seen on Pinterest girls wearing these with, you know, heels. I don't know if I'd do that. I probably would if I ever, you know, felt like it. But I love them. I love the way it looks, and I love the way heels make my legs look so much better. So anyway, I love it, and I just thought you guys might like these leggings too. If there's another style, I know there's, if you didn't want to go out this far and this athletic, I know that there are some leggings with a white stripe, just one single white stripe. That might be cute too. So here is my vacuum cleaner, and it is the Oreck XL21, and I get services. I've only done it once or twice. One time they pulled out a sock, but they do services, I think, for like 5 or not 5 years. I think they do it for 21 years. I'm not sure. It's something crazy, but they've lowered the price, because when last time I was in there a couple weeks ago to get bags, he said that they had lowered the price, and it's like $500, which is still a lot for a vacuum cleaner, but I think I paid like $8.50 or something. It was something a lot, but I love it, and it's so easy to change the bag. Here's the bag, and I get the little bit more expensive one that is good for allergies and everything, but you just pop that out and pull it up and out, and the way it does is it closes it off. And I grew up with, my mom had the old style Kirby, and she knew how to take that thing apart and clean it out, and it was the kind that had the bag, but there wasn't a bag in it, and we used to have to take it on the back porch like on newspaper and literally pull everything out of it. And so I am pretty good with a vacuum cleaner, and I know how to clean mine out very well. I know how to take it apart. You take it apart right here and take this out and clean this out, and then I know how to take out my heads and change the belts and stuff like that. So I've kept it in pretty good shape, and I haven't needed to take it in, but it does get like lots of services, and it is just the best vacuum cleaner. So if you're in the market, I wanted to tell you about that. I would come up as close as I can here and show you the foundation. It is beautiful. It really is. It is definitely medium to full coverage. And matter of fact, today was the first day I'd put it on with the Beauty Blender, and I used more than I need to. But I think what I'm going to do too is experiment with mixing the 33 and the 36, the beige and the beige golden, and see if that's maybe even a perfect color. And then for accessories, I just have on one thing, and that is these. I don't know if I've ever showed them to you, but I like these. And this is the silver, but it is the favorite hoop, and it's hammered. So it's got kind of like little dings. I don't know if you can see that. Let me put it up close so you can see it. You still can't see it. Anyway, that's what they are. I guess it's such a minor detail. There you can see it a little bit on the side. And I like these. They're just a little bit different. Makes them a little bit, I don't know, a little bit thinner. So, and nothing else monumental. And I had several questions on the lip liner I was wearing yesterday, and it's from the Vamplify collection. I can't remember the name, Double Time. And then this is another one that is from that collection. I think it's called In Control. So I really love those lip liners, and that's where they are. So you won't find them on the regular page. And I think that's it. So I hope you guys have a great week. I'm going to try to come back and make some more videos. I have lots of ideas, and I did my darker brows today with the charcoal brown, and I think I like that better. I hear Bridget come to look for me. So have a good rest of your Sunday, and I will see you this week. Bye-bye.